My name is Ronnie Michael, certified public accountant, and this is the Personal Finance Playbook. Improve your finances, improve your life. The title of today's episode is Casinos Everywhere: The Degeneracy of Prediction Markets. It seems like every few months there's a new financial trend that promises to be the next big thing. We've seen it with meme stocks, NFTs, meme crypto coins, and now we're seeing it with prediction markets. Platforms like Kalshi and Polymarket have exploded in popularity recently, attracting billions of dollars in wagers on everything from political elections to economic data to geopolitical events to sporting events and to who is going to be a bridesmaid at Taylor Swift's wedding. These platforms have become so mainstream that major news organizations are now partnering with them. CNN recently struck a deal with Kalshi to feature their prediction data on air, and Yahoo Finance is integrated with Polymarket. These platforms are being marketed as sophisticated tools that harness the quote wisdom of the crowd to predict future events. But that is a bunch of BS. These platforms are just another form of gambling, a de facto get rich quick scheme dressed up in the language of statistics, forecasting, analytics, and finance. The co founder and CEO of Kalshi, Tarek Mansour, recently stated that he wants to, quote, financialize everything and create a tradable asset out of any difference in opinion. This is a horrifying vision of the future where every aspect of life is turned into a speculative market. Do we really want to live in a world where you can bet on whether China will invade Taiwan or how many interest rate cuts the Federal Reserve will implement next year? This is not investing, it's making life itself into a casino. If you're in the mood to get your eyeballs to bulge out from your eye sockets, check out the Kalshi website. You can see options to bet on things that I'm sure you're already familiar with. Who is going to be the presidential nominee in the next election? Who is going to win a certain sports championship, etc. But then we get to the absurd. You can bet on what is going to be the high temperature in Miami today. You can bet on when nuclear fusion will be achieved. You can bet on what Jimmy Kimmel is going to say in his next episode. And yes, you can bet who will be a bridesmaid at Taylor Swift's wedding. As of the making of this video, Abigail Anderson is the favorite to be a bridesmaid with an 87% chance. Man, this is a level of degeneracy out of something like the movie Idiocracy. If you have half a brain, you're probably wondering at least two things. One, are there any safeguards against insider trading? And two, how is it actually determined whether something happens or not? Let's tackle the first one. Based on my research, there doesn't really seem to be any safeguards against insider trading. Anyone signing up for the service must provide certain identifying information, but I'm not sure how Kalshi could prevent a scriptwriter on the Jimmy Kimmel show from creating an account and making a bet. When it comes to determining the outcomes of events, many of these bets seem like they will cite mainstream media as sources, such as the New York Times or the Associated Press. For the Taylor Swift bridesmaid bet, Kalshi will look to sources like TMZ and People magazine. No, I am not joking. The psychological trap with prediction markets is the same one we see with all forms of gambling, the illusion of control. These platforms make you feel like you've got some edge based on data and analysis, when in reality, you're just guessing. The difference is, instead of betting on whether the Green Bay Packers will cover the spread, you're betting on whether the Fed will cut interest rates. It's the same game with a fancier costume. If you want to build wealth, stick to what works. Consistently investing in low cost stock index funds, building an emergency fund, avoiding debt, and developing valuable real world skills. Don't get distracted by shiny new gambling platforms dressed up as financial innovation. The house always wins, and in this case, the house is Silicon Valley venture capitalists and their startup founders. What do you think? Does this apply to your life? Leave a comment below, and thanks for watching.